Oh, good morning. It's cold outside. Sun's up. You can see through the window. Has some very interesting things happening. Let me see if I can get my thoughts um together. Over Trump administration and um let me get this. There we go. Stop him from moving. Uh, I've been up already. Well, oh, I don't even know. Well, it's session. That's well, I guess he's not going to be part of the investigation of the Trump uh people hacking uh and interfering uh with the election uh and it goes really deep because we've had the FBI come out with bogus information on the emails. So, and we have numerous people in Trump's administration that hang out with Russians. I mean, take a good look at me. Do not. My eyes are wet. Anyway, I was gonna say I don't look very Russian, do I? And that's what I get for not sleeping. And I'm ready. But anyway, I'm ready to eat. But um, it's very interesting that he had so much affiliation with Russians. Okay, I grew up around Russians. Okay, my dad was a Russian German Jew that was displaced because of the war at a very young age. May he rest in peace. Right. Um. So, but my mom's from Mississippi. I'm American, and the way it is in the Constitution, if you have 1% black in you, or African or whatever, then that other stuff is null and void. At least it was very potent, like growing up, like you would like they would say the only black Jew is Sammy Davis Jr. Which I had went to as a little girl. I had wore a red velvet dress and saw Sammy Davis Jr. live. I can't remember the place. Of course, I was living in New York at that time. Uh, it was a great show. He was actually a great artist, a great entertainer. He was a great singer, and but it was with a whole group of other kids. But I remember I had my red velvet dress on, black platinum shoes. Ugh, those were the days. And with my, like that funny red, color that like light skinned black kids with hazel eyes sometimes have. Sort of that strawberry blonde thing going on. But anyway, so which in the, why would I don't know why I love that red velvet dress, but in hindsight I should have had a blue because it wouldn't clash with my hair. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I know a little about Russians, not much really, but what I do know of is that I can see Trump being a con artist. Trump being, like thinking he's a white collar criminal, that he's above, the law, because of his whiteness and his privilege, having money and being in the real estate business, because like in New York, let's face it, you make if you got like that, like fifth that place he has on Fifth Avenue, that in itself, if he didn't do nothing else if you know he'd probably have more money than he has now. So there's some shenanigans going on. He's dealing with Russians. So and they're probably like in their mind they're like thinking like 6 or 7 like plays ahead of them. They have like an idea, a plan of what they're after. Money. But so, and Putin being a spy, that's how he got to his position. He just doesn't understand the real workings of the government in the United States. we have different levels, and we have different checks, and uh, uh, um, we have Trump has the Republicans has an opposing party, which is the Democrats. And I'm here to say, like, we need to start voting in midterm election, in every election. You know, vote for Democrats. If you don't want to vote for Democrats, vote for a third party. You don't like the third parties we have now. You could do like the Tea Party did, and we could start another party. I don't know, Native American Party, or something, or Mother Earth Party, something like that, something that where people's opinions might be addressed, that are in, like, you put everything together with Planned Parenthood. Let's keep healthcare for women during their fetal years, or their baby making years. Uh, let's encourage you guys when they start having sex to uh, 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 get Medicare. I think that's where we need to look at keep our health care. um, but anyway, I digress. But the thing is that I think the FBI has an issue. It might be nothing but an intelligent issue, to where, I mean, intelligent enough to know that you don't go on television and you make an announcement like they did about Hillary Clinton just before election, and then find out that what they were talking about was false information, alternative facts. So we have enough evidence because of their actions, and a lot of the verbal things that they've been saying that's on tape, that I think that's irrefutable, and that we had, and this is right up Putin's, like Putin. May I say that you do an excellent job. You didn't get where you are at because you do not have the intelligence. I don't know how. And you don't know where to find knowledge. So you worked hard, but I think that you put your eggs in a basket with a hole in it. I think the Trump's always been used as a potsy, like a smuck, like I don't know what else to call them, like uh, 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 uh. But anyway, that is somebody that that and Trump benefited. Trump has benefited from the situation that he's in. He's benefited from associating uh with con artists, pimps, people that are like, okay, yeah, sure, they're billionaires and stuff like that. Um, but prostitution could be $1 billion. It could be a business for a billionaire. You know, especially the way they do. So you can't tell me, because of the evidence, and here's Sesson, here's so far anyway, and the Finley guy. So far, you have two people that have told Congress, that they didn't have any dealings with it. Now Trump is saying they don't have any dealings with it. So these are obvious people that are not used to having to deal with the consequences of their actions. Uh, um, uh, because of their money. They are in white male privilege, that in a sense. So, and I think that the Russia took advantage of this. Like, oh, like this white thing, whatever. Like all those Russians, like, cause like they could go there talking about, like, here we got the best, we got the best white women, blue eyes, blah blah blah. So so the Russians knew how to appeal to their petty, thirsty dot side, which in the terms, I believe that Trump is a traitor and did a treason act, and that therefore his people and his son-in-law, and his son-in-law is talking about, oh, he's Jewish. Oh, okay. So you're Jewish and you have a father-in-law that has a mouth like that, and it looks like there's incest between him and his daughter. If not incest, he stated at a time that if it wasn't his daughter, that he would date her. So anyway, I asked your rabbi about that. So and you know what I'm saying, and who it doesn't look good young. You know what I'm saying? She's young. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have enough culture or respect to not have her strap fall off. And then that's the biggest problem with Trump and his administration, is that they don't have respect. They don't have respect for NATO. They don't have respect for American allies that's been with us since before World War I, World War II. You know what I'm saying? Russia has not been an ally with the United States in respect that they had a Cold War with us. That they've been trying to invade the United States and penetrate our government, and it looks like they have done so. Now, this Session guy, he needs to be straight out, out of the situation, because we don't need someone that is over a jurisdiction, criminal, department that he's over. I got a little excited. We don't need a person like him, because we don't need somebody that could be manipulated and controlled by money, as all the people so far, like Steve Bannon. Yeah, look at him. He looks Russian. There's a few, he doesn't look Russian. He wish he looked Russian. Never mind. But you know what I'm saying? Their whole thing is that it reminds me like of this. It sort of doesn't really correlate, but I remember like had these famous Amos cookies in Macy's, and I was standing on this long line to get some famous Amos cookies. They're like $5. This is like 72. But you can still get a pack of cigarettes for 35 cents, right? Opposed to now, which is like $5 here and $10 in New York. So you can see the rate of inflation, and this is all been caused ever since Reaganomics, the situation. But anyway, so like I'm on this. I mean, it's outrageous long line, and almost I just had a fit, and and I walked out, and with the cookies, I didn't pay for them. I was like near like the middle of the line. I just walked out. Everybody see me, and it was like I'm in New York, and like like sometimes like people in New York are so like a herd. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like, because I had people like, like they, anyways, like gather around me, and I had this one girl follow me, and I walked about 3 blocks, and I just want to sit down, and I wanted to have a cookie real bad. And at that time, I still like milk, so I knew I was going to take my other thing home and have milky cookies, right? I could still have milk. Now, milk doesn't like me. But anyway, and so I sit down, and she's a black girl, and she, so I think I knew from up. I think she was Manhattan-Dale Projects from Oklahoma. And she goes to me. She goes, "You had a fit like a Southern old white lady." And I remember looking at her, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, "Bitch, you see, I'm trying to eat my cookie." And I turned over her, and she don't open up her cookie. She's already eating her cookie, and the conversation went. You know what I'm saying? And I think like Trump and people are used to having these fits, and when they're doing something that they know is wrong, but they had a fit, and everybody is like, like surprised, concerned, or like just like I don't know why. No, I didn't get it. Like nobody like stopped me on the way out. They were just like, and she seemed like she was a little concerned. But once I had my cookie, I was cool. And I don't think that we should let the Trump and people have their cookies, because it's going to be at the expense of Americans not having no like rubella. No, they're not going to have a cookie. You know what I'm saying? So I say that we do need to have an investigation. We do need to find out what was said. I can't think of his name. With the ambassador. I don't even know if I wrote that down, but no, I didn't write. It's a Russian ambassador. I didn't write his name down. What is he got a huge head? Um, what was discussed? What was discussed about the election? Uh, um, was anything discussed? These are questions that we need to ask, and how come so many of them all anyway? I don't got nothing against Russia. I don't got nothing against nobody over there. It don't cause me no problem. But I do have a problem with Americans that are compromising the security and the safety by going to Russia. And especially, the type of person that Trump is. And the type of people the rest of them, they're very judgmental, about everybody else, always criticizing everybody else, and it's always, willing to point out somebody else doing something wrong. And you want to hide behind what? Because the curtain's been drawn back. And I think that we have had our United States compromised by some treason as thirsty dots. Put them in jail. Or for treason act, firing squad.